everybody keep looking at me when they rip their weed? Jesus. Sean
earlier. It was real intense earlier.
I was sitting there in the office, just like sitting at the computer, and Sean was sitting by the front door, and he's like,
After a little bit, we were like staring.
I was like,
I gotta look at the ground. That's weird. Like, we about to make out right now. What's
dude,
going
it was
on?
for like 20 straight seconds, and I'm just like,
It was so fucking funny.
Yes, it's Brett.
It was really intense too. So I was doing some like really hard coughs, and like I was just.
dude, it was instantly. It was just like,
yeah, didn't pull it together.
Sometimes it hits your throat hot.
All right, are we starting this?
God damn.
Oh, it's already started.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going right now. This is the podcast. Everything has to go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we have tons of Playboys. We talked about
I know.
it.
Casual.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're movers. We,
All right.
we move shit.
We
talk
start
shit.
because
Apparently
today
we're
we
loud as
moved the
fuck.
house next to 316, and all I thought it was Brad.
All right, official start now.
Good God.
No, it's already started. Intro, so I'm Dan. I do this podcast. I'm not fucking saying anything else. Next one.
Yeah. Colorado Rattlesnack.
Oh, no, I said I was going to say something extra.
Oh, and you don't remember what
You
it
forgot.
was.
You also said you.
You
also
said you
said
were
you
gonna
were gonna
surprise
say
yourself.
something.
You said you'd surprise
I
yourself.
let us
Yeah.
all down.
All right, well, I'm the Colorado Rattlesnake, formerly known as Dan.
Jesus.
Confusing.
I'm Dirt Daddy T, the dire wook.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's real good
I
stuff.
do like that.
Reinvigorated the wood.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
That's all I gotta say.
Got Kyle, Drywall Assassin, aka Swamp Ash, aka Fredward Coleslaw, aka Mirror Master,
AKA Cure.
Kyle's having a rough day.
I'm pretty tired.
That's what no sleep does to you, huh?
No, it was from all the moving today on his job.
Both.
It was very well rested.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
We all were.
Boot, aka River Birch. That'll be it today. A great movie.
Sean, AKA Jonathan,
Yeah.
AKA Rich Mahogany,
Oh yeah.
AKA Chief Thundercock.
Sounds so disappointed.
I know, you got so low.
Okay.
This is my ASMR I'm starting today. This is me taking a doink.
I hate ASMR so much.
Wait.
I think it's my calling.
Shotgun. Named Big Al. Also known as Big Alopecia. You watch your mouth. Also known as Don't Nation. Take it away, Nick.
We got Slick Nick, aka Quick Nick now,
Hey!
I
like it!
aka
We'll get to the topic.
Eastern Red Cedar, aka the Beast from the East.
All right.
Thanks.
Trey, looking at Playboys.
Trey, the Julesburg Juniper.
Still looking at Playboys.
That one has Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
It's pretty fucking fast.
It's a good one.
Rodman era.
96, so yeah.
Oh, May 98.
That's when I was born.
Hey,
Whoa.
Oh, does it fold
yeah.
out?
Someone took a fold out since then.
Hey?
Oh.
Hey, boobies.
Carmen, Ralph, say things.
I'm Ralph.
Ralph.
I said the thing.
Tennessee Cypress.
We had to make it all the way
He
around.
did his stuff.
Yeah, he did a good job too. We're doing the podcast. We're talking about Playboy right now since two people have fucking Playboys right
This is
now. I
May
don't know.
98.
It's a
Watch
blast
your
from the
mouth.
past, man.
Somebody's taking centerfolds
It's informational. Someone's taking them. They're being stolen.
from the bathroom when I was taking a shit earlier.
It's 100%.
That's really
Your
scary.
internet full of porn, bro.
I've been hanging out with my shit.
What's the phone, dude?
You're framing those
No,
centerfolds?
It's pretty scummy to steal centerfold. In this day and age, I mean,
It's like, when did you get a shed? You didn't have a shed the last time I was there, I don't think.
I do. It's jank.
Oh, yeah, it's on the side. Yep, that's right.
Pretty peculiar. Someone's actually taking centerfold?
There was just one torn out because I wanted to look at
Not
it.
this one.
Okay.
Hey!
Fucked up!
Those are some big nips.
yeah.
Oh yeah, hey,
Holy
this is
crap.
90s porn, dude.
Yeah.
That's body shaming, Thor.
They-
Just observation.
That's very
I never said it was
misogynistic.
bad.
They steal the
Quite
centerfold
frankly,
and
I'm
put the part on
disgusted.
that has all the words where it's like, oh, I like long walks on the beach
Yeah.
and reliable men.
Fill it out that little square.
Yeah. We're going to talk about storage units this week because that's what I decided. Because I've been to them every fucking day.
I bet you will tomorrow too.
I 100% will be at one tomorrow. But that one yesterday was just real funny, Rao, when we were loading that job was garbage, but we'll talk a little more about that. We were loading that storage unit, and me and you were just laughing like, the person who has to unload this is going to have such a bad time. Because it was a 15-foot one, but it's like 15 feet tall, how high we stacked everything. So, man, that's going to be terrible for those next guys.
We did them a solid and left the ladder accessible because they're gonna fucking need it.
Yeah, they're going to
You know
need a
what's
ladder
real
to
funny?
get that shit down.
If you guys put the ladder on top of the boxes,
I was thinking about it.
that would have been
But
really good.
yeah.
Those
Because also, granted, would probably have been like Kyle and Derek who would go do it.
The tallest dudes on the roof.
we did a big job to it, 2 10x30s, a handful of years ago. And there was this dude Peter that used to work here. He was all into CrossFit and shit, and we filled these motherfuckers up. But it's the one with the vaulted ceilings in them. We filled them like as high as you physically could without shit tumbling down. And then Peter was like, "Man, fuck this, man. Let's just like stake our claim here." So he grabbed 2 of the floor lamps and climbed up everything and wedged them like between the ceiling and the top stack because there was about 3 feet or whatever, and did that. It was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, fuck this. Yeah, fuck this job. Year and a half later, I showed up at that storage unit. Peter already moved on to something else he was doing in his life, and I opened that storage unit door and was like, oh fuck, got myself.
It was you the whole time.
Mhm.
But and I'm totally cool with talking about storage unit names if we want to talk about specific ones because they're all just giant evil corporations.
Yeah.
It's like saying Coors.
Hey, Coors! Hey! Brought to you by Coors.
Not brought to you by Coors, but open for sponsorship.
Get in on the ground level.
Yeah.
Brought to you with Coors?
Banquet.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right, we're done doing ads
that's
for
refreshing
Coors.
right there.
But how about old Public Storage?
Oh, I was about to say, fuck that place.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
that place, dude.
Shit's whack.
Have you had to drive through it yet,
Yeah,
Alex?
once with Boone and sucked dick, dude.
No,
Oh.
you weren't.
But did you drive?
Oh, well, God, baby, and that's the second most important part of the job.
Yeah. No, that day,
You went from driving to ground guy real quick.
yeah.
Well, it's hard. It's hard out here on gangsters these days.
I think that was the last time I was there.
Thank God.
That sucked. It was in the first row to the right, so you got a U-turn, or you got to come around the one way, and then you got to fucking back out because you can't U-turn.
Made a 144-point
That's
turn to
just
get out. So
Yeah, I've made that before.
I was with you. We can do that. You can do it
Right.
all the way on the far side where it's just slightly bigger. You got to get right up on that fence.
No, I made it
Yeah.
in. I couldn't
Yeah.
make
On
it
the
out
north side?
without. I had to back out
Ooh.
Oh,
the
man.
whole way
the
around.
same day you got in and couldn't get out? Oh,
Well,
Dude,
because I
it's
wanted
bad
to
over
pull
there.
forward and do that U-turn, but I couldn't make that turn because the fucking fire hydrant is inexplicably in the middle of the main fucking
Dude, it's so
entrance
bad.
It sure is, yeah.
with 2 fucking concrete
Yeah, with the pylons
poles
there.
on.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
Being,
Why
uh,
is that there?
On that south
Fuck that
side,
place.
I tried to make a turn with the full 26-foot fucking Penske that we had. It was me and Walker. And, you go left to go to that south side. We went all the way around. And that hill there
Yeah,
towards the entrance, tried to make that left turn to go back towards
that one gets dicey too.
Dude, no, I lifted one whole side of the truck off the
Yeah,
goddamn ground.
I've almost rolled.
Dude,
a
it rocked.
grimace
It
there.
rocked and tapped
Yeah.
the fence, and then I fucking adjusted the wheels so it dropped back down because Walker was outside, out front, the windshield, directing me and stuff. And then I just see him going, "Oh!" And then it was like, whoop, and I went, "Oh, fuck!" Boom!
Yeah, yep. Done the same thing. Or fucking been there and it's just been an icy fucking blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
had to deal with that
Get weather
and got him to
involved,
open
yeah.
that gate at the end. But that fat lady who works there is a fucking lazy cunt.
I don't know if is she still there?
Maybe.
I feel like last time I was there,
It's
she
like a
wasn't there,
fucking
but-
10-foot walk, and she had to fucking probably walk 15 feet the other direction to get her fucking golf cart
Oh,
to then
yeah.
drive all the way around
I've
the
seen
long
it.
way.
It's happened. Man, there was one time we were there. It was all icy, and we had to go down like the very end aisle on the left.
Yeah.
And I was with Taylor. It was just me and him, and we were like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna park on the end and just walk that shit halfway down on the ice." And the customer's like, "You don't want to drive down there?" It's like, "Look at that hill. We'd never make it out. That would be the end of our day
We're
if we
sliding
drove down there."
sideways through that fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would end up back on
The frontage road.
287 or
Yeah,
on the
that's
frontage
true.
road, but we would go through that fence.
Yeah, the only worst thing than going into fucking public storage is not coming back out.
Yeah, we had one that we
Three
just had to
movers
like
enter
combine the storage
with
units
one
for
truck.
them, and everything was like
Three
just
movers
too
come
big
out.
to go through those little hallways, and
One
they were on like
mover
opposite ends, so we had to go like all the way around on the outside and over to the other one. It's fucking stupid.
Hell yeah.
Four wheeling everything.
Have y'all been to that one off, like, it's in Boulder? It's off, like, J Road. The big strip club used to be right across
Yep.
the street. It's not there anymore.
I know
But
which one
it's
you're
straight
talking
up a level from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. The first time I went there, we
I
had
was
to
with
turn
you.
around. This was a while ago, the first time I went there, and we got the fucking truck stuck sideways, Austin Power style. Like, had the bottom, like, bumper jammed into, like this place looks like a half pipe that's also a staircase.
Oh,
It's pretty fucking
On a hill.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Like, and you have to turn around and because the edges are like have a big curb. Yeah, we got that fucker jammed in there. And just looking at the ground, it's just scarred from lift gates and fucking
Over
trucks
and over.
everywhere. Every single like corner. It's rough. We were in that one again. that
Yeah,
was
we.
like
I
that.
think we've gone
cracked
there
the
like
same
3
Tony
times there
Hawk
together.
job.
Yeah.
That was with that fucking idiot with the oxygen canisters. I think we talked about that asshole
Yeah.
a couple times ago, but yeah, that place also was just,
Lincare? Oh.
no,
That's
I
beside-
forget what his name was.
God
Jerry
damn
or
it. One
something?
reprimand.
We hated on him. For a
Yeah,
while.
we
That
talk shit
place
about
sucked.
a lot of people, and I remember him. But going back to public storage, isn't that where Pappas tore the bumper off Omar
Yes.
and then lied about it,
and then lied about it?
and then got accused
When
of
the
it, and
coworker
then tried
was
to
like,
lie.
"No, dude, I was telling him to stop, and he just kept going." Ripped it pretty much halfway off.
It's still fucked up.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was Trent went out there and looked at it. Was like, "This is definitely paint from those pylons in public
Yeah,
storage."
it's like crazy.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
fucking denying that.
Got sideswiped by this yellow truck, man.
Yeah,
Okay. At public storage.
public storage.
You gotta watch out, man.
I wouldn't be
No.
surprised, honestly. Fuck that place.
Yeah, that place is pretty garbage. And then they opened, was it Storage Star right next
Yeah.
door?
The
Which
green
is
one.
way
was-
better. I love that place.
hate that
Except
place.
it's 3 fucking stories.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but beyond
And
that,
some
you
jack
can
off.
go. But you
No,
can
yeah.
park.
No.
There's always a
No.
goddamn
For-
Subaru parked right in
Yes.
front
Yeah,
of the
whenever-
place, too.
That's
Whenever
It's been
I'm
like
there,
the
I'm
same
always on
guy
the
the
second or
last 3
third
times, I
story,
swear to God.
all the way back there. That's every time I'm there. I'm always there. I've
Very
never
close.
been.
Up the fucking elevator all the way back.
Always in the elevator.
Yeah, but I've never shown up there and go, "I might flip a truck today."
Yeah, that's
That's fair.
They have a little bump. I could do it.
Mm.
I'll flip a truck.
Yeah, there is that gradient there. I guess you could, if you really tried.
There's so many fucking prairie dogs around there.
Yeah.
So
So
me
many.
and Trey were
Yeah.
there the other day,
They
and
built it right on that
yeah,
old field. They really always did.
they did all the landscaping and stuff in front of it to make it look real nice. And the prairie dogs just walked across the
That's
driveway and fucking destroyed that shit.
On the curve, it's like every 3 feet a new hole.
Yeah, just destroyed. Oh yeah. By the way, Mr. Office guys, Brad,
Guys, I'm just a guy, man.
if we go to a storage unit in Denver, it's on the 3rd floor. Always, every single time.
Why are you looking at me right now?
Because you said you did that estimate.
Which one?
Nah, it was Adam who did that
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, no.
Remember when we pulled up Nick and I was like, man, it'd be nice if it was one of these front ones, but we know it's going to be upstairs.
Yep, we did.
Oh, that was pretty funny too. At that storage unit, we pulled off to the side, and those other dudes, the other
Oh,
roofing company,
yeah.
they were they were driving by, And one of the dudes was on the hood, and we just would like look at him and start flexing, and they're waving. And the one dude goes, "Oh wait!" Just starts flexing on us.
I did that to some guys. I think yesterday when we had the two. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah. They all pulled up, and I heard a truck. I heard the. I was like, walked out there, saw it was another moving company. I was just leaning out the garage, staring at them for a while. They looked at me, and they saw the trucks, and they waved. I just slowly went up and just went back in.
Always got to flex.
Those guys are some old timers.
Yeah, I got myself in the Springs one time doing that. One of our trucks, fucking driving through the Springs, and that company that we were talking about a second ago, this guy was taking a turn as we were taking a turn, and, and we made eye contact. And as we were making the turn, he's giving me the, but I'm like. I was like, damn, dog, now I feel bad, man. That guy's just like, yeah, it's hard out here in these streets. And I'm like, nah, bitch.
The brotherhood of moving.
Oh my god, the round table of moving.
Yes, the club of no return.
Yeah.
It's just a bicycle. That
was the only time I really felt bad.
With a dresser on it or something. Yeah.
Definitely not a penis. It's bicycle.
Oh, we saw fucking college hunks hauling junk the other day, and they have a decal of an arm flexing.
Yeah,
on the fucking
They sure
side of the
do.
truck.
Yeah.
They're college hunts.
We tried flexing on them, but we kind of just blew by.
Yeah, they weren't even hot.
No.
They weren't about it.
You ain't even big, bro.
Show of hands, who's been to Coors Stadium before, Coors Field?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Trayvon was there, 2 weeks ago? There's a storage unit that is tiny, right directly across the stadium.
Is it a U-Haul
It's all you rattlesnakes.
Have you ever been there?
I've been there and almost murdered Taylor because...
Dude, that place is miserable, dude. I went there one time, and I was like, fuck, man, it's so close to... Every time I go to... I've been to... I usually try to go catch a Rockies game every year, at least 2. And every time I go down there, I'm usually with Diana, and she's like, hey, where do you want to park? It's like, I don't fucking care as long as it's not over there. She's like, what the fuck? Dude, I know that place is the dumbest thing ever.
It's not built for 26 foot trucks because it's in the heart of downtown.
Yeah, dude, and it is that area too, dude. It is the most miserable fucking experience.
Wait there. So not back by the ABC parking. It's more.
It's not that it's not that giant ass fucking crazy cool new one they got out there. It's a fucking smaller one that is just super tight. It's like a one way. Well, it's like a halfway.
Man, has anyone been to that one that's it must be 10 stories tall. It's right there across the street from
the green
this
down.
The
Pepsi
really
Center.
small, tall one?
Yeah, and you're on display 10 fucking... You can see in those windows to the...
I've never been in that one, but I've seen it plenty.
Mhm.
That's a PS, bro.
It
is public
I
storage.
think it's extra space.
It might be extra space. If it's
Isn't it
green,
green?
Maybe
it's
they
extra
maybe
space.
they
It's extra
rebranded
space.
it.
I think they
Yeah.
did, because at first it might have been public storage. They've got another one off Broadway that's fucking bullshit.
Is that Cube Smart?
It's
Oh no,
public
you're
storage.
talking down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Denver.
Why'd you almost kill Taylor?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it
curious
wasn't
about that.
out of anger. He was backing me up in that area, and there was sleet and ice everywhere. I had Georgie Boy on one of his not good days. It's less than stellar. I've had 36 Keystones last night days. And Taylor was backing me up, but he was behind the pole because that's how tight it was.
Oh,
to
this is
rear engine.
That's where that happened?
Yeah, and Taylor was
That makes
so
sense.
thin,
Now it makes sense.
I almost ripped his arm off because he was behind the pole, and I saw the pole and not Taylor. So I kept going, get close, and then I hear, "God damn it!"
Oh, is he around the pole?
And I see George up front,
What's going on?
I didn't realize that's where that was at.
No,
Makes sense.
You might have murdered Taylor in Julesburg, but that was out of anger. This was out of you're so thin and you're behind the pole that I can't even
Yes.
see you.
I wasn't gonna.
Instead of anger.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna move him. I wasn't gonna murder him in Julesburg. He was gonna murder himself.
Not really.
He was walking across the street.
I was
man.
fine. I didn't know. I was like, damn, this boy is heated. This job sucks, but this boy is heated. I'd never seen somebody fucking literally just walk across the highway with sheets of glass in their arms and not look at least one way. Yeah. Dude, like traffic stopping and shit. He just, dude, he was going for it.
Oh my god!
It was a Julesburg highway though, so there was like, I don't know, 8 cars an hour maybe, but at least 4 of them showed up in that first part of that hour while Taylor was walking across that street. Man, he was pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the?
That was the
we
job
have
that
the
broke
picture
it.
of in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the job that broke.
That wasn't the job. Well, that was the
I
job
think
that revealed him, I
Once upon a
guess.
child broken too.
Mhm.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
real bad.
fuck that
job
place.
I was definitely on Taylor's last job that way. It was like, this guy's done. It's over.
I thought that on his third
I thought
job.
it many times.
But oh
That's
my
for
god,
sure.
I couldn't believe it. We were in the mountains and it was, I know I mentioned it before, but it was all snowy and we did a bunch of shit we probably shouldn't have, but that dude was wilding. That was the day we broke Sprout's chains because it was so snowy.
Oh.
That was not a good day.
Yeah, hey, this is a previous conversation, but like what we were talking about earlier, Nick and Alex.
What are you talking about?
There's a
Oh.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Talking about the saltiness.
Yeah,
being
That's
yeah,
a little.
yeah.
Mm, yep.
It's like, it could get much saltier, trust me.
Have you ever seen a 4-wheeler thrown against a wall out of anger while they're screaming, "Fuck this!"
No.
Just like that,
Yeah.
too.
Honestly, no. I've
This
never
shit's fucking
seen-
stupid, bro. Oh, fuck this stupid bitch! Like,
That dude crushed his cell phone in his hands, like
Literally folded it in half.
Rage.
Yeah. Like,
What kind of cell phone was this?
It's probably
It was like a modern.
it was like a
I
modern
mean, you wouldn't even
smartphone.
feel good doing that.
yeah.
I know, but you're having to shoot it.
Fuck this fucking bastard! Gonna fucking kill
Yeah,
my
but you know how it is out there. You just want to get back to the
I
shop,
would much
drink some
rather
beers, and
work
go
with-
home.
Than that.
I would take Max every day. Over
like-
Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100,000%.
Oh
Continue
yeah.
working the whole time.
I was
Just
gonna say, like I said, I just watched this man fucking 1,000-yard stare across a highway with sheets of glass in his arm. Like, no, I don't give a fuck.
I told Taylor straight up one time. I should probably bleep his name out at this point, but I was like, "You don't have to actually care, but you need to pretend."
That was a storage unit right up there. I remember that.
Really
That's
good
cool.
advice.
You just have to pretend to care.
You are being an asshole right now. Pretend not to, okay?
oh,
Find your
dude,
happy
that stupid
Yeah.
fucking bitch in there, all these fucking storage units.
I've probably told the story before. I'm not gonna tell it again.
Especially when he got mad,
Yeah,
bro.
when he got mad, it really.
Tripping in this magnitude with this high voice.
His
Yeah,
fucking
he had a
phone
high-
calls were
high
the
voice.
best. The best.
My favorite Taylor story is we were at this dude. How do I describe him and make it known? He had a bear in his house, like a stuffed bear.
Okay.
I'm sure some of you have
Yeah, I know the
what I'm
guy.
talking about.
Me and Trey just moved those bears
Yeah,
again
just moved those
last time. Yeah.
So we were like moving shit out of his mom's house to his house, and they live across the street. And at the end of the day, this is when James has like a broken rib too from pneumonia and shit. So he's being,
Pussy.
it's happening.
Broken
And
Gotta break my ribs.
There's real problems in my room.
I know what day he's talking about
Yeah.
because it was me and Boot and Salofi who did that.
who did that? What do you mean? I was there.
That room that was like filled with
Oh,
all the
yeah.
furniture that
Yeah,
was
that's how-
completely
yeah.
stacked on top of
'Cause,
each
yeah,
other.
we filled up this room full of shit, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need that china cabinet and like this and that are all in the back." We're just like, "You fucking kidding me?" And so I asked Taylor for help, and she's like standing right there with Mr. Bear, and yeah, I'm just like, "Hey man, can you come help me with this?" He's like, "Only if I can blow my fucking brains out first." Just comes around the corner, and the customer's just looking at us. Like,
Then they were like, all right, I think we're done.
yeah. It was like maybe 5 minutes after. I was the new point of contact. It's just like, do we need to call it, dude? And I'm like, yeah, probably. Like, we're about to, we can move this and this.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because I remember it was me, Boot, Salofi, and I don't remember who else was there because it was funny because we put all that stuff from that house and that was in that basement into that room, and they had to stack it like that and do like fully pack it. Like it was real fucked up. Like it was real fucked up what they made us do. But I remember that day, me and Boot couldn't move things with each other, and again because we went to go try to take something up the ramp. and both of our shoes had no grip on it, and it was like kind of like wet and icy. We were both just not going anywhere, like basically running in place on the ramp. And so Lopi had to come over and just push us all the way up. It was so fucking funny. And then immediately we were like, nope, we can't move stuff against each other. Someone needs to have traction, and neither of us have that. Like, but yeah, it was fucked up what happened. Yeah.
No, we should stop talking shit about former coworkers.
Wait, Mike Taylor's story.
Hold on,
he'd probably like it.
Everybody's got plenty of Taylors.
I would say he wouldn't listen to the podcast, but he would find it.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't think we're like talking shit about it. I think
All these things actually happen.
Yeah, I appreciated all of it.
This is all real. This is there are no exaggerations.
I loved Tay Tay,
I
except for
love
when
that dude. It was funny.
I worked with him ever.
He wasn't like he was fine to talk to when we weren't working.
Yeah.
Best navigator ever. In 0.2 of a mile, take a left on Horsetooth. Yeah, dude, I know where Horsetooth is. It's like the main street in town.
I know Kyle gets mad.
He probably just got used to driving around Sabina where you were.
Probably.
Go on college. Where's that?
But always intense.
That's like a
fractions
one-time
like that.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, which was funny.
I know.
All right, we're going back. No more.
No, what's the one? This was a navigator one.
Do you want a storage Taylor story?
No, I don't. You can tell a navigator story. Go
I
ahead.
say like Kyle's definitely told me to shut up before when I was navigating him because I was like, Kyle, 0.2 miles, we'll be taking a left. And 800 feet, 700 feet, 650 feet, 600, 550, dude, going all the way down until it's zero. Yep.
Dude, you're getting your cell phone slapped out of your head at that point.
Then I'm just sitting there saying that. He's like, Sean, you really need to shut up right now. I don't need this. I was like, dude, I gotta let you know when you're gonna turn, man. You can't miss it.
I was just navigating myself.
My favorite anti-navigator story too was Rob and I was working with Rob and Jake one day.
Rob.
And Jake was driving, and Rob's navigating. And Jake's like, all right, Rob, where are we headed? And he's like, just go straight for a while, and then eventually you'll turn left. Like, that's, what? How is that helpful?
Thanks, man.
Like, how far? What street? Are you going to give me any other directioning?
That name in a long time.
So
Rob bot.
So today we did a storage unit, kind of trying to tie it back, but then we brought some shit to a different location, who is someone you guys are familiar with. You could say it, Nick.
A few weeks ago, maybe a month at this point, I don't know, we moved some customer who, in between the load up and unload, happened to total their vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, it just so happened that this second unload spot where this
That was her son?
was going
Was that?
Oh, that's a different job. Okay, never mind.
was the same dude who crashed his vehicle, and I only knew because when we opened the door to this dude's apartment, which was on the 3rd floor, and I don't know why I didn't recognize it because it was on the 3rd floor, but yeah, no, we walk in and everything is still pretty much exactly how we left it. In the same spots, like box stacks, like totes in the living room, everything.
The living room was filled with boxes.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's still filled.
He's just waiting to call us next week, but it's like, hey, can you guys move me from this spot to the other spot?
So I got to pay for my car now, and I can't afford this place.
Yeah, we put more shit in there.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
From where?
Pretty full.
From our job today.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know their relationship or anything like that, but he got a bunch of pieces from that lady we moved into the storage unit today.
I think that was his aunt.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, not asking.
Okay. That's why you said I think at the beginning of it.
Rattlesnake mentioned.
Don't text and drive.
Old said coworker was great to be around unless you worked for them or with them.
Yeah.
Same with the old place across Joseph Allen, the store and lock. I think that was White Oak's job.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we gotta talk
my
about
god!
That's the ultimate fucking
my
storage
God.
job there.
Where you moved the people
my
who
God.
worked there?
That owned it?
Yeah.
I caused such a fit that JD took me off the final part of that job and made
Please elaborate.
Eckfield deal with that.
Nice.
That's a great tie-in, too.
Yeah. So we
What are we talking shit on Eckberg now?
Eckberg was there, but there's also a great tie-in story.
It's ridiculous. The whole thing just fucking ridiculous.
It's all funny.
So we show up for one day to pack, and he shows us around because people who like manage the storage units typically, or not typically, but a lot of the times they live there, and there's like a unit in the storage unit. That's
the main house, the big house.
There's like a house, and then usually they have like a unit or two that's like their personal unit or whatever, so they can store their golf carts and all that stupid shit and whatever garbage they have. And so we showed up because we were moving them out, or we were helping them load a truck.
Yeah, it was loading.
You just put it.
They were moving. Yeah, they were moving out. No, they were moving. They were officially like moving out east, like
Okay.
east
I thought
coast.
all we did was just pack and then.
No,
put it in
I
storage
think you
units.
guys loaded. Well, they were supposed to load a truck,
I was there.
and then
Thor
also
was there.
also it was consolidating a unit for a semi to come pick up or whatever.
That's right.
But either way, we packed like the main
packing,
house,
yeah.
and it's not a huge deal. We kind of cut it a little early. I forgot if we like ran out of materials or something, but the first day we kind of cut it a little early.
You just sucked. We didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's probably true. Because it was like an afternoon thing. We showed up halfway through the day, and it was like, now you have to pack all this bullshit. Oh my god! But we did that. Then we show up the next day, and we packed the rest of his shit, and we loaded up wherever in that other storage unit. And then it turns out that storage unit where he stores all his garbage, he wanted that all packed too.
Yep.
Into a different storage unit in the same place. And he did not tell me that. Like, the conversations I had with this guy, it was like he was on a different wavelength. It was like I would tell him something and he would respond and it would seem reasonable, but it was completely unnecessary and without any useful information.
Oh,
It was insane.
He hated you.
Oh my god, I hated him.
Yeah, that's fair.
There was one point where we were doing something. I don't even remember exactly what it was. But he said, I thought I told you guys to do this. And I said, you told us the exact opposite. And he went, oh. I was like, oh my god, I fucking lost my mind on that
He
guy.
hated you, man.
Oh, I hated him so fucking
I was
much.
working
Might
for
be the best
Trent.
I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was
So
working
angry.
for Trent that week in the office just by happenstance.
Yeah.
I wasn't even an office guy at that point. Fielded one of those calls and I was like, yeah, that's above me. Hey, JD, yeah.
That is probably one of the most heated I've ever been. Actually, another time, probably the second most heated I've ever been was also a storage unit job. And this is a long time ago with me and Caleb. It was just us two, and we were supposed to load a 14-foot pod. And we show up at the house to load it. It's a fucking 4-bedroom house full of shit.
They wanted you to do what, dude?
And I was crew leading at that time because I think I was a pretty new crew leader. And I was, oh no, it wasn't Caleb. Caleb came and helped us. It was Mac. It was me and Mac, which is way worse. But we show up.
These people got like 4 bedrooms.
Speaking of,
But I walked around with that lady and I told her it wouldn't fit. And she said, the guy on the phone told me it would fit because, you know, I only have about like 30 boxes and just a few pieces of furniture. And I said, you have over 200 boxes in this house. And she went, no, I don't. And I said, we're going to load this thing. We're going to get another truck out here to load that truck completely full of stuff to take it to another storage unit. And at some point, she went around with like her daughter or whoever was there, counted the boxes, and she's like, how many boxes do we have? I count 190. Oh, did you count the ones in the garage yet? Oh, no. It was, oh my God. That was the time I yelled at Tim.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair, though.
And I think JD was like, oh, should we like reprimand this guy or get rid of him? And Tim was like, nah, he's right.
what did you
Props
say?
to Tim. Props to Tim. I was just real pissed on the phone.
Tim.
Yeah.
Reprimand you.
Yeah.
I love Tim.
Yeah, he talked about firing me that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fine.
Remember when Tim wanted to fire Jake? And I was like,
Really?
Tim, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you're right.
What did Jake do?
Yeah.
They dropped a safe off the lift gate, but it was 100% not Jake's fault at
Oh
all.
yeah.
And then Jake was just covering his crew, like, I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then the story came out. So Tim was like, we got to get rid of him. And I was like, dog, Jake has been a crew leader for you for like fucking 3 years now.
And Juan is an
Yeah.
idiot, which we all.
Because for some reason, because he knew me and Jake were boys, he like brought me to the side to talk to me about it. He was like, you know what your boy Jake did, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, Tim, you're speaking nonsense right now, and you know you are. And he was like, all right, that's fair. And then he apologized to Jake for the angry conversation, and here we are.
All right. So you got me all heated, so we're going to talk about fun stuff.
Yes.
Before you do that, let me connect that story you were talking about packing homeboy.
Oh, to the end of the thing? Oh, yeah, sure.
So you were saying you didn't finish, you weren't on the last day of that fucking shit over at Store and Lock for the people that previously owned it. Eckfield was on that, and while they were there doing it, this other lady shows up and starts yelling at Eckfield about how he fucked her shit up in storage. We ruined everything. And yelling at him like, you broke all my stuff in storage. Which Eckfield has no idea who the fuck this lady is. It turns out it was from this other job we did for this guy at this big ass house that his wife went to jail. She went to fucking prison for like drug shit and stuff like that. And while she was in prison, her husband was like, hey, I own the house. I want all the shit out of here. We're selling it. So he hired us to load it up, take it to storage, put it in storage. But she somehow caught wind of what company did it. And so she just happened to be at the storage unit that day. And Eckfield was talking to the people just like having a good old time. And she runs up and is like, you broke all my stuff. There's going to be issues.
Man,
She was yelling at them for all this other shit. And none of them were involved with the previous job at all. So obviously Eckfield being Eckfield, is like, well, I'm sure we could hash this out or figure it out, like, here's an office number, I guess she was yelling at fucking Max and I think it was Max and George maybe, or Max and somebody though. And Max is like, I don't even know you, lady. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Who are you?
So she called the office over it. And they were like, well, no, like,
I'm sure George was cackling as he does. If you're already mad, dude, that would send me off the fucking rails.
But either way, so she called the office. The office is like, well, we didn't do the job for you. We did it for your ex-husband. Put the shit in storage. She's like, I'm filing a bunch of lawsuits and stuff. Nothing's ever come of it. But
Crazy person.
it's funny.
That comes up on occasion. Crazy people yell at us.
Because I set up the on-site for that job because the guy straight up told me, called me, he's like, hey man, like, do you guys do like estimates where you come out and look at the place? Like, yeah, we definitely do that. And it's like, yeah, so I've got this house. It's pretty big. There's not much in it though. I ended up moving some of the stuff out of the house later on, a couple weeks later. But I was like, yeah, we can set up the on-site. I think JD went and did it. But he's like, all right, well, it's kind of a weird, you know what? Fuck it, man. Let me just get down to the bottom line. My ex-wife is crazy and does a bunch of drugs. And I left her at the house. She's now in prison. And I need to get that shit out of there because I'm selling the house. I have full rights to the house.
Boner Peak?
Yeah, was I there?
That sounds familiar.
I think I moved it.
Definitely heard of a boner.
That definitely sounds.
Did you move there from Boner Peak?
But another boner.
I don't know.
Because there was that one
This
guy.
is not that guy.
Okay.
This is not that guy.
With
This
the
guy was
Viper
over.
and the Hummer?
No, this is the guy. This guy was out east.
Okay. Very similar.
Very similar, yes.
That dude's wife, turns out, she was cooking meth in the room
With the baby.
with a baby next to
This
it.
is- yeah,
So
this
he
is
was
not the
like,
same
I'm
guy.
outta
That's
here.
the one I'm
They didn't
thinking
have-
of.
She
Yeah.
got the house somehow,
Yeah.
and he bought that fucking house
This is-
back.
yeah,
His
this
own
is-
house. He had to buy
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and we moved him back.
Yeah, this is not the same guy.
Bizarre.
Because they had like grown kids or something. And he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to sell the house. I want to get her shit out of there that I own and have all the rights to. And now she's in jail. So can you come out and look at it? I was like, sure. Write that on-site up on the board. And JD calls me on the job a week later. Like, hey, so this on-site went out and did it. It's kind of a weird situation, right? Yeah. Super weird. Just tying it all back in.
How long ago?
Back
was
to
that?
Bennett.
I mean, yeah, there was like 3 stories in there, but that's how it happens.
Yes.
I'm going to tell this story. Brad, you were there. I think we told it to boot, but it's just hilarious every time. We did that office move a week or 2 ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we're getting near the end of getting all the shit off the truck, and there's a bunch of office chairs in the attic. And I pull one down, and it pinches the shit out of me. Like the wheel gets my arm. You can still see the red.
You still have it,
part.
yeah. It pinches the shit out of me.
But I bring it upstairs, and I come back down, and Brad and Derek are on the truck, and I'm like, hey, watch out. Those chairs are going to pinch the shit out of you. So Brad's like, all right. He grabs a chair, pinches the shit out of
Dude, I thought I was safe. I didn't do what you did last time, and it still got me, man.
Yeah.
It pinches the shit out of me.
But Derek's losing his shit. He's fucking laughing so fucking hard
Yeah,
at
and
this.
then he started talking shit.
Oh my god, he was talking shit. It was great. He reaches up, grabs a chair, pinches the shit out of him.
Well, because he pulled that first one down. He's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, fucking pussies. And then reaches up and grabs the second one. He's like, oh, what the fuck?
The best part was y'all were telling that story, and Kalen pulls up his shirt. Those fucking chairs got me shit in his arm.
Dude, I've been doing this a long time, and I've never once experienced that ever. It was just like,
We all
boom,
got
boom, boom, boom.
It was crazy.
I've never, dude, man, some scorpion-ass office chairs up in there, dude. Ready to strike.
I was dying after Derek got hit.
Dude, that was it, man. It was like, fuck. He talked all that shit, and it was just, oh, man, it fucking got him. After it got me, after it got you.
I warned you guys.
Yeah, I know. And I tried my damnedest, dude. I don't know what it was. As soon
Those
as that,
chairs, man. Those chairs.
dude, as soon as that bottom, like I pulled it out of the attic, and I was like, I'm good, man. And then that shit spun around like roulette, dude. To the side, it was gonna fucking pinch me on. It was like, gotcha, bitch.
Oh man.
I don't want to say, I loved your Derek impression right there. Just that little spit right there, because I could 100% hear him saying those exact words. What the guy's fucking talking about?
But I just threw that story in for fun.
That was a good one.
Another good one, just because I want to add some pictures to this. We got a good picture of Alex riding a shark.
I was high on barbecues.
Oh yeah, we went to Georgia Boys. We went to Georgia Boys today. I had Georgia Boys 2 days in a row. Oh my god.
Bennett.
Buy a lotto ticket, bro.
Yeah, it's great. I went to each one. I went to the Frederick one and the and the Longmont one. Yep.
How were they?
I don't remember the name of the sandwich, but it had
You got a sandwich this time.
yeah, I got a sandwich. I wanted to go a little lighter than last time.
Oh yeah, I got super fat.
What did you get last time?
I got 2 meats, 2 sides, and something else.
Hell yeah.
That's
what you do.
That's what I
Our
did.
special.
That's what Nick got today.
Was it bussin'?
Oh, it was busting his
Oh,
ass
it's dank.
off.
It's so good. And I was just thinking too. I was looking at the food challenge at Georgia. We talked about it before.
That thing is fucking
But there's
huge.
so much potatoes.
No, I'm just
bread,
worried about
actually.
the hot wings. The hot wings are going to ruin the whole thing if they're too hot. But if it's just
They're
the
not.
regular
I've
hot
had
sauce
their
that they
wings.
use, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
booking,
Dude,
I'm
that's a
booking
fuckload of
all
food.
the jobs
Wow,
to
that's
none
all
now,
you,
Bennett.
Yeah.
I'm sending you on
Cypress
them
has got
because
that.
you don't deserve it.
Oh, 100%. I think I could eat that. Like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
like that
no,
bar
no,
nerd
we need to-
challenge.
we need
I
to
would
go ahead.
100% do that.
You think you can do it too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like realistically.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
fucking around.
100%.
Honestly, realistically,
It's not that much.
It's like $60.
Yeah,
It's 40.
yeah, it's $40.
But
and
you
then
get
they
on
do,
the
like-
Wall of Fame, though.
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
one rib costs you?
Yeah, there's only like 5 people on the Wall of Fame.
$45 on one dinosaur beef rib and was stoked.
Oh yeah, that shit was good though.
So wait,
Yeah.
Bennett,
It was so
you probably
good.
took a good look at what's actually on the Barnyard Challenge, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Tell us what it is.
We looked it up before. We already described it. There's a shitload of potatoes.
Okay.
There's a shitload of bread.
It's like a whole loaf of bread.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a double
like a loaf
stacker
of
kind of
bread.
sandwich thing with like fucking fries and all. It's like a whole little spread. In like
Yeah.
like an iron skillet or something.
I was worried about the wings, but I've had the hot sauce 2 days in a row now, and I'm not worried about the wings.
The Ghost Pepper Barbecue?
Yeah, well,
Not-
that's
oh,
just
no,
I
no.
brought
Oh, so
barbecue,
good.
and it is way hotter than the shit they had on the table.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Are
Like,
the
it's
wings
way
going to be
hotter.
way hotter? Because that will ruin the whole thing.
You gotta slam those in
Quantity,
first.
no problem. But the wings might ruin that shit.
I'm just gonna come and eat a regular meal while you guys do this.
I'm definitely gonna smoke like
Halfway
3
through,
blunts
just,
in my
fucking
car on the way
stuffed.
there or something.
While we're on barbecue,
I'm still hungry,
there's
but
a new
I won't
king
eat
in
anymore.
town.
The king in this town? Or
In Wellhole.
Oh, in Wellington. Okay.
But
You
the
mean
bar-
North Fort Collins?
Yes. The Barbecue Love Shack up there on Saturdays is the best barbecue.
Oh.
Really?
It is
Oh,
fucking
it's-
lit,
it's
dude.
the
Like,
best.
You need to try it.
It's
Like,
the best.
I'd say
I've
Georgia
had.
Boys does their pork a little better, for
Ooh.
sure. But beef, oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
I've never had barbecue.
Are they
that-
still just Saturdays?
Sometimes Sundays. They're kind of up. They do some weird shit during the week. Like Fridays,
I think they do Tuesday. They did Tuesday and Thursday. I saw.
Tuesdays might be loaded baked potatoes.
Yeah.
I want to smoke.
Do
They
they
do
have
a
a
hot dog night.
Oh my
But
God.
Saturdays,
Stop.
10 a.m. to 6, right
just-
across the street from the storage unit.
Yes, there's a storage unit right next door.
Right there.
Oh my God.
No holds barred. dude.
Holy fuck, dude. They did burn ends last week.
Yeah.
and
Burns.
dog.
Dude,
And
just
the
stop
beef
talking,
ribs
bro.
are unreasonable.
I'm
Yeah,
hard
it's,
to rock.
it's fucking amazing.
Insane.
I saw.
I'll send you a picture.
I literally, I should have videoed it when that motherfucker brought that shit out to ask you
Yes.
what
yes,
you wanted.
Yeah,
from
like,
it.
do you want a big one? I was like,
But
yeah. On there.
Nick literally,
Like, throw on a big one.
so he brought it out and he was laying it on the table and Nick's like, yeah, you know, I could tell by his face. He's like, yeah, that's probably mine. And then he's like,
Yeah, I was like looking.
Wait a minute, that's two
Yeah.
ribs.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
he slapped it down. He's like, you want a big one? And you're like, of course I want a big one. Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Dude, I got mine and I got the little one and it was 1.78 pounds and this shit is $26 a pound.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
It was
like
delicious.
all the employees
It's so
looked at
good,
me like,
man.
you guys have to work with this guy after? We're done. We are done for the day.
Not with all the dead noises you
Oh
did.
my God, I was in tears.
It was
I swear to God, I was in tears.
Jake was with us. When we were done eating, he went back inside to ask them questions.
Yeah.
It's like, when are the burn ends
He's like, are you
coming
doing
back?
these burn ends
Yeah.
again? Yeah.
Bro.
Jesus.
Jake
real
did tell me that
Texan
story.
Jake
He was like,
came out.
dude,
Dude, he was
He
was stoked.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be back. They got me.
That shit was awesome. 'Cause you know, like,
I meant to send you a picture of that rib, bro, but you were
It's
on
on
that
the
hiking
podcast.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
It was on 9/11. That's when we
You
went
just
to that
had to
fucking
go
barbecue
home and
place.
be in a
It
food
was on
coma.
9/11.
Yeah, there was like some
Yeah.
old white dude like having like a 9/11 tribute concert. It was hilarious. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Dude, it's amazing, dude.
All right,
It was
we're
awesome.
done. We're done talking about barbecue. We had a whole podcast on barbecue. You're showing him the pictures from the podcast right now.
Dude, it's so good.
Hey,
You missed it. It is really good.
I'm bringing
I
it up.
liked it.
I'm bringing it up because we talked about it earlier, and this is going to be funny for the audio portion. Why don't you give us some dad noises?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta spark the cigarette. That's the final.
I was waiting.
I make that noise every time.
Yeah, dude, anytime.
And then the sound of a light.
But you, Eric, you forgot the.
I'm not a whistling guy. Mostly because I can't.
You're not whistling yet, huh?
That was good. That was good.
That's an inward whistle. That's just a project.
Yeah, word
Yeah,
whistle.
no, you can do
Yeah,
it.
that's the only way.
That's
I
like
can
the
do it.
only way I can do it too.
Really?
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Not cool. Not cool.
I think the only time I whistle in any kind of regular life is when I'm trying to get the attention of the fucking backer.
yeah.
I try to whistle at the driver a lot too. I can't whistle loud enough though. I'm never
I
good.
whistle
Just
at the
lean
driver.
out the window and go, what the fuck are you guys doing back there? Just back me.
You dumbass!
I just don't pay attention to the backer half the
So
time
funny.
because I don't trust him.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I'm gonna
Until,
put this truck where I want
There's
it.
a lot.
We had this
Yes,
conversation.
we did. I meant to tell the story though.
I trust you,
Yeah.
but like most,
But I don't trust you.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
have an example.
Nick, out in the field when you were backing me, that was just on nuance, bro. That was just because the company's like, we need a backer. Half the time I couldn't even see it. I was like, I hope I'm not running him over.
The most recent time you reminded me you don't pay attention to me at all is we were at like an apartment building and we were trying to pull up just in front of it. And there was a car that was there and was like going to leave. I watched her get into the car, so I'm standing there just doing this to Brad, just eyes straight forward. Just comes up, rolls up right by this car, and I was like trying to back in front of her, and I have to like go up and be like, she is leaving, bro. You can get in.
That's because I'm gonna put the truck where I want it to be, man.
That's true.
If you give me like a, then I'll stop. But you got guys that are like, it's like, no, man, I'm gonna run over that rock right there. I'm gonna hit that. Nah.
That reminds me of every custody ever at storage units. when you're following them in and they're trying to tell you what fucking unit it is, and it's just a vague point.
Yeah.
A row of 150 fucking and then they park right in front of it. It's like, dude, this is a 26-foot long fucking truck, not including the front of the truck. And then our ramp is 10 feet long. Like, get the fuck out of the way.
It's true, man.
What they get out and see you.
Yeah.
Drive off.
They're like, oh, yeah.
Right, I'm an idiot.
Dude, they do. They throw that
Every
hand out the
fucking
window like they
time.
just threw a fucking 3 of Steph Curry, dude. They're like,
Okay. Nice, yeah.
I love when like you're in the truck and like again they're parked in front of the storage unit and they look at you and they're like, "Should I move my car?" Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Just 30 feet long, dog.
I'm gonna move my car really quick. Is that enough?
Keep
Well, we
it
got
moving.
so good by that guy that we put that baby grain in storage for him. And he went to like every room, or like every row and every door, and he couldn't figure out his
Oh,
code.
yeah.
And we had to drive around this thing like
Oh,
4
yeah.
times.
just tell us where it's at.
Well, it was
so funny.
the dude sent his son to go do it, and the son didn't really know what was going on, and we drove around that whole
I mean, luckily
thing.
we were in Sprout, but yeah, we had to like circle every single piece of it, and he tried every door, and he couldn't figure
Oh
out
my
where
God.
to go. It was
Just
so
make
funny.
a phone call and get the fucking unit number. Is that hard?
Dude,
Well, it was an inside one, but they had like a keypad code thing on the
Like the new
outside door.
fob ones?
No,
It was like a
It was like a
numpad
keypad,
yeah.
yeah.
thing, yeah.
but you
So
had
we-
to probably put in like your storage unit or whatever code.
I was
and then
fucking
power
over
or
off at
something,
midpoint.
but it wouldn't work for any of them. It was funny.
Yeah, it was over off at midpoint, and it was like when their office hours were closing, and we unload this stuff for this lady, and she just takes off, bro. I literally, like, when I did the paperwork with her, I was like, give us a couple minutes, you know, like, we need to get our stuff together here, and then we'll follow you out. And she's like, okay, what? Opens that gate, dude, gone, too. She didn't even wait, like, the gate's closing, and it's like taillights in the distance, you know, and I'm like, fuck, all right. So I get out of the truck, and I walk over to this guy that is at his storage unit. I was like, hey, man, obviously with the moving truck here, work for this moving company. You mind letting us out? He's like, well, you don't have a code? I was like, no. The customer, the lady that we were just moving, she has the code. I don't know what it is. Can you just let us out? He's like, well, that's like a breach of security. And like, I can't. I was like, dude.
Cool, we'll spend
I was
the
like,
night here, buddy.
yeah, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'll close my eyes. Like, I'm not going to walk over there with you if you want to just put. He's like, I can't do that. You're going to have to go over to the office and have them let you out. I was like, dude, I guarantee you they're not. It is 4:59 right now. They are not in the office right now. And he's like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, bud. I was like, man, whatever. So this he was this. Sorry, but he was a snarly looking white dude. But
Why did you look at
That was me.
I apologize and look at me. But carry on with your story. And then
But either way, this very nice Hispanic family rolled up in their car. He was like, hey, we noticed what was going on. You could just use our code. Like, hand me their whole code card. And they were like, you can just use our code to get out. And I was like, man, thank you guys very much. That's awesome. And so as I'm walking back to the truck, getting the truck started up, punch the code in, gates going up, I turn around back to this guy. And he's just like staring at us. Like he just saw a drug deal go down. And I'm like, flip him off and fucking, we got out of there. But it's like, dude, man, it's like, I'm not trying to fuck you up. Like, just because you give me the gate code doesn't mean like, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to cut your fucking unit. Now I already know where his unit's at. Now I can get out. Now,
Yeah.
those are my plans.
That
Yeah, now I'm
reminds
coming
me
back.
of
No,
the
that's all
time
hypothetical,
An
though.
asshole customer fucking blatantly like locked us in, and it wasn't even really our customer. Our customer was in Vegas. She was renting her basement bedroom. That's my last beer, perhaps. Anyway. Oh no, it wasn't. Anyway.
Oh my god.
There's a longer story, but basically we got locked in the fucking unit. The guy our liaison was like the biggest fucking asshole in the world. And I'm with Mac, who's a salt box, and he was way more mad than I was. Well, not really. Because I get out, And it's one of those live-in storage unit things, and it's a Sunday. I can tell he's watching football, and he must have 3 of every kind of pet animal you can have, because I can hear that going on. It sounded like Ace Ventura inside of this place. And I'm fucking banging on the door as hard as I can for probably 10 minutes. And our truck is just stuck in there. We're like trying to get to another job. And he finally comes out. I'm like, sorry, man, dude. We got locked into your asshole fucking customer, piece of shit. Like, I was so mad at this guy for other reasons, and also that he just blatantly, like, I was like, hey, can you let us out, make sure we get out behind you? And he made sure we did not. Because he was that big of a piece of shit. Mac also blew up the bill on him, too, and he wasn't stoked, but whatever.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
You deserve
Anyway.
it.
But that guy was all shook because he was just such a soy boy that I was using profanity. He called the office, like, he was very upset that your guy was
He triggered
dropping
me.
F-bombs. And it's like, yeah, he was locked in a fucking storage unit. Prick customer. I wasn't mad at him. I thanked him. It's like, thank you so much, man. This fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. This fucking piece of shit, I got shit. Lock me in the storage unit. God damn.
I got told I couldn't use the storage unit bathroom after George took a shit in there.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I
That
just had to
tracks.
pee.
Absolutely no
Yeah,
sense.
George went over there. They let him. He shit. Then when I went, like an hour later to go pee, they're like, "Sorry, it's closed." It's like,
No, it's
I
not.
know better, but also I understand.
Probably clogged the fuck out of it.
Damn, Rob did that. Rob did that to me today. That was.
He didn't even deny it, he just laughed.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. But even when you guys stopped by real
It
quick,
stunk.
and fucking Trey was like, "Oh, gross." Well, you shut that door, dude. Yeah, you shut that door, and it was like 3 hours later.
I think I left the fan on for you at least.
It wasn't. That's okay though, because I didn't hear it on in there, and I was like, it's dissipated by now. Man, I opened that door, and it was like full punch to the nose, just full blast. I was like, ooh. I went in there to wash my hands. That's all it was, and I went, no, these things will stay dirty.
Fair enough.
That was a good one though.
That Tennessee Cypress stank. You got that customer a couple months back. So good. And that's in that basement.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We barely said fucking 2 sentences to that guy all day.
And he walks
'Cause he was kinda
downstairs and
weird.
just like, ooh.
And I think you were like hiding behind a corner. Like, you fucking tore that room up. Like,
Hell
you
yeah.
fucking stained the walls.
Was that was that the load or unload?
That was the load.
That was definitely the unload. That was the unload.
Yeah. So what you're saying is it was the load. So the people that were already under contract came in there the
they
next
probably
day,
found
and they were
it,
like,
yeah.
"Nah, man, cut this off."
The money didn't go through.
It was just me and Rao down there. And Rao gives me the eye. He goes into a separate room and just stands there.
No,
I'm like, all right.
Quick question. What's the eye look like?
He was just like,
Oh!
and like, not a minute later, the custy walks down and starts heading. I was like, oh, shit. He starts heading right for Rao's room and walks by, and you just hear him go, oh no! And walks around the corner, and Rao just starts busting him. Derek comes down and smells it.
I slink away to the furthest catacomb of the house.
Yeah.
Like, the customer's not going to be dead.
There was a weird, yeah.
That's how. I guess that's how this is gonna get finished out, dude. The Sonnen whatevers.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes. Sonnen
Whatever, yeah.
Sonnen boys. And, bro, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Tell
Like,
us, Brad.
You're like, hey man, I'm taking a shit in this toilet down here. It's like, all right, man, cool. And it was like, we're putting everything in the basement too, which was garbage. That whole job sucked. Those people suck. But anyways, it literally was like going down into a war zone every time, dude. Like, you walk down those stairs and you're like, oh, I already have this dresser in my hands. What if we just drop it right here?
Yeah,
That leached up, dude. That leached through everything too. I bet when we went out there a year and a half later, I bet all their boxes still smelled like that. That's probably why they were pissed.
Just open them.
Yeah, that's like when we were unloading into that storage unit the other day. And it was right after we had Georgia boys. And I warned Alex, I was like, the Georgia boy farts, they're coming. The farts are coming. Oh man, we wrecked.
And that's fair, man.
Between the
I
truck and
appreciate
that
a
storage
stinky
unit.
man, yeah.
Oh my god.
There was a couple times you made that Hank Hill noise. Boo.
Whoa. Oh my god.
I remember
What happened?
when old Jay Ford worked here, and we were moving this gross lady from that like community that it's like a little northwest-ish.
Oh, the lesbian common?
That same area where it's like all these
At
like
the end of
townhomes.
Sherwood, bordering.
It's like all the townhomes face this courtyard.
Just because 60% of the houses are lesbians doesn't make it a commune.
But you know what I'm talking about.
They
You know exactly what I'm
They
talking
have
about.
a
Like,
shared garage for everyone. You have to hike it a mile through fucking recycled fucking housing. projects,
that's the place.
And they're all lesbians. There was one guy who moved in. I moved a female fighter pilot into there. You kidding me? Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask, but all right, fair enough.
I'd say he could have been a transgender.
This
but he had
lady's
male
place was
involved.
disgusting,
Hey,
dude.
easy with that shit.
Trash, trash, cat litter, cat shit everywhere. Like, it was gross. She's just this old cat lady person, and also just gross. But old Jay Ford took a shit in wasn't really a basement, but the lower area that went out to her backyard. But it was, it had like a study in there and stuff. But the lower portion, he took a shit in there, dude. I remember her fucking huffing and puffing ass coming down those stairs, and she went, "Oh Lord!" And she went back up and didn't talk to us the rest of that load.
Was this a dude with dreads?
Yes.
This is okay though.
Yeah,
This
dude.
must have been.
That was the nastiest shit that I've ever experienced. I
Are
think
you
it's the
talking
same
about
place.
Gerald Ford?
It's the it's the place that there's the parks behind it, and when you drive there, there's the fire lane, but it's just the road that goes behind the houses.
We're all talking about the same place.
We got it
know
figured
exactly
out.
where we are.
Anyways, this lady was nasty. She was nice, but she was nasty. And even Jared Ford's shit scared her away. Because we walked in this place like, ugh, it stinks in here. But Jared Ford took a shit in there to where she said, "Oh Lord," and went back upstairs and didn't talk to us the rest of the time.
And Brad's right. That is how we're going to end it.
Oh Lord.
Who's going to give us a little outro? Who's doing it?
Do one
Thor,
more
you're back.
send-off. For
Oh, Kyle's back. Kyle,
Well,
say
hold
something.
on. One more short story. Because, I got Trayvon in house real bad one day. That second floor apartment, and I went to go put that bed together, and I kneeled down and was like, "Oh no, yeah, I gotta go." Fucking the house and Trey were like, "Dude, we could smell that from the truck, and that's outside."
We're on like a second floor.
Like, my bad.
In-house
I
was sick as fuck.
had that leftover fucking Music City, and then did not do me any favors on that end. But anyway, like and subscribe. Whatever, all that stuff, notifications and
Tip
shit.
the rivers.
You know you want to keep listening to this.
That
yours.
Remember to
Lovers!
comment, and subscribe, house.
God damn.
Damn, calling them out.
Who's got sciatica? Who's got sciatica? Sciatica. Sciatica. Who's got sciatica? Who's got sciatica? Who's got sciatica? Sciatica. Sciatica. Who's got sciatica? You can call me Harry Garcia. 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 Who's got sciatica? Who's got sciatica? Sciatica. Sciatica. Who's got sciatica? Harry Garcia, Harry Garcia, Harry Garcia, Harry Garcia, Harry Garcia, Harry Garcia.